Hey everybody, I'm Grant Hires, the guy behind Hardtek Studios channel. And for my 75th video, I wanted to do something different and get in front of the camera instead of behind, and bring you into my new, still being worked on studio. I want to show off all the gear in my studio to you, tell you a little bit about it, but if I try and do that all in one video, it's going to be way too long. So I'm going to break it up into different sections. This video is going to be synths, part 1 and 2. Part 1 is going to be MIDI-based synths, and part 2 will be all the other weird stuff. So, I was kind of wondering how should I do each synth, like in what order, and I'm going to go with smallest to biggest. I feel it's more dramatic that way. So let's get started. First up is the synth that I probably own the longest out of all the synths that I've ever had, the Dave Smith Instruments Evolver, which was signed by Dave Smith himself. So pretty cool. Hey, you're getting like an endless mirror thing on here too, in addition to the iPad thing. It is a great standalone synth. It almost looks like it's blinking right now. It's a 4 oscillator synth, 2 analog, 2 digital. Got an analog filter, a digital high pass filter. It's got 4 LFOs, 3 envelopes. Everything's just assignable to everything. And then there's the 4-track sequencer, which you can just route to anything. Very, very cool. Great sounding instrument. It's got a really, really unique flavor. It's got like 8 different levels of distortion or something like that. It's also got inputs. I have made a lot of sounds with this thing. I really love it. These days I mainly use it as like kind of an accompaniment to a groove box, as you've seen on my channel plenty of times. Any video with the word evolve, evolving, evolver will have this beauty in it. So check it out, great synth. Alright, next up we have a digital synth right here, the Kawaii K1M. Very cool synth, very digital. I think it's some kind of FM bass, I think. But what makes it really cool is I have circuit breaker. That's what all these switches are. Switchy fun. Throw a sequence on and just start switching these switches once you find the sound you like. Lots of crunchy fun there. It's really good to add to like a audio input of another synth like the Evolver, because the sound can get a little thin and reedy with some of the bends. But that's cool. It's a creature all its own. It's got the joystick. Lots of joy there. Next up is a really, really cool synth that you've only got to see a couple times on this channel because it's so new, and I just recently got the Roland Ira System 1M. To be honest with you, I would really not care to have the keyboard version. I mainly got this. I actually got it through a trade. Remember the MS-20? It's not going to be here anymore. And that's my cat making all kinds of noise. Studio cat. Everybody's got to have a studio cat. It's got lots and lots of gates and CV ins and outs to just tweak itself, because I mean it's pretty capable as it is. It's got 2.5 envelopes, I guess you could say, 2 oscillators, sub-oscillators, so you got 3 oscillators. It's got a low and a high pass cutoff. The low pass is resonant, the high pass is not. It's even got a bit reduction knob. It's pretty fun. Oscillators can get pretty crazy on this thing. 6 different waveforms on each oscillator, but you can hit, I think it's a legato, and then start tweaking the knob 6 more different waveforms. As you know, if you pay attention to my channel, I use my Mogurfogers a lot, and they've got a lot of CV and gate ins and outs. So you'll probably see some pretty deep stuff with this happening soon. Really digging it. Have not saved a single preset on it because I've just been using it kind of as a mock analog synth. By the way, this is virtual analog, not real analog. Next up, I'm going to have to say is a modern classic, the Arturia Mini Brute. It is a fully analog synth. Sound-wise, if I had to describe the sound, I would say it's somewhere between a Prophet and ARP, maybe. But altogether, the sound is very modern, yet classic. And it can get, it's called a Mini Brute, so it can get pretty nasty. Pretty cool. Great synth. It's only got 1 oscillator. It's got noise, audio in. A really unique sounding filter. Just 2 envelopes. Just 1 LFO. So it doesn't have a lot of really deep sound sculpting capability, but it does have plenty of CV and gate stuff there, so that can provide a lot of fun. Plus you can just set this to hold and just tweak away. The sound is, I'm not going to say fat, it can get very, very big and very aggressive. You know, it could probably do smooth, I'm not sure. Never tried. Oh well. Alright, so now we're going to get to the big guys, the full-size keyboards. Alright, so here we have the K5. Yeah. It's, yeah, I'm not exactly sure exactly what type of synth it is. I bought this synth, which is really heavy, but I'll give you a full view of it. So yeah, the K5. I bought it with the K1M from a guy off of Craigslist, and I heard the K1M could be circuit bent. He offered me a good deal on both of them. I can't remember exactly what, but I ended up picking up both of them. The K5 was not so easy to circuit bend after all, but the K1M was. It's actually a pretty nice sounding synth. Oh, nice and digitally crisp. Yum. For the finale, in case you've been wondering what's behind this, the Roland V-Synth GT. Alright, I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but I don't have most of my stuff plugged in, so you don't get to see the awesome light show that is a V-Synth GT right now, but you will soon. The Roland V-Synth GT, which I've had for quite a while, it's just not easy to record a jam with it with the way I was set up in my previous studio. The Roland V-Synth GT is pretty much a virtual analog modeling synthesizer brought up to the next level with a sampler, a very deep sampler brought up to the next level. And it's got all kinds of performance controls. It's got the time trip pad, which is also like a chaos pad kind of. The D-beam over here, go boo and all that, kind of theremin-y, but not quite. Of course, you know, pitch bend and mod wheel. This section over here is just, you know, controls for tweaking the synth, which on the screen, which is a touch screen, you got these 8 soft knobs that correspond to whatever's on the screen. Different ways to route what goes where on the synth. Lots and lots of effects. Very, very, very cool guy. Very cool. Alright, so that is all my dedicated MIDI-based synths. And also the Mini Brute and the System 1M can run off of CV gate signals. So the end result means that I also have MIDI to CV and CV to MIDI converters. So that's always helpful when you're wanting to combine analog and digital signals. Yeah. So from here, you'll be getting a few more jam videos featuring some of the gear that I showed you today. After 4 more jam videos, you'll get Synths Part 2, and then 4 jam videos, and maybe drum machines. Who knows what I'll do for the third one, but the second one will be Synths Part 2. So, until then, rock on.